If I lost everything today, my job, my savings, my connections, and had to start from zero, this is exactly how I would rebuild my income using artificial intelligence. No special skills, no expensive courses, no big startup budget, just a phone, an internet connection, and a system that works in the background while I live my life. Most people think passive income means investing thousands of dollars or building a business that takes years to grow. But in 2026, something changed. AI is no longer just a tool for big companies. It's a digital worker that anyone can direct. In this video, I'll walk you through the exact roadmap I would follow, step by step, to go from $0 to a system that earns money automatically. Not overnight, not magically, but realistically, sustainably, and in a way that fits into a normal life. Why $0 is not a disadvantage. Starting from zero feels like a weakness. But in the world of AI, it can actually be an advantage. When you don't have money to spend, you're forced to build systems instead of shortcuts. You focus on processes that scale, not on tools that just look impressive. Most people who fail with online income chase the next trick, a new platform, a new trend, a new promise of fast money. What they don't build is a structure that keeps working after the initial excitement fades. AI flips this dynamic. Instead of asking, "What can I do?" you ask, "What can I automate?" And once something is automated, it doesn't care if you're tired, busy, or distracted. It just keeps running, building the foundation. The first thing I would build is not a product, not a brand, and not a social media page. I would build a pipeline. A pipeline is simply a path that moves people from curiosity to action. It doesn't have to be complicated. It just has to be clear. At the beginning, my only goal would be attention. Not millions of views. Not viral fame. Just consistent, relevant attention from people who care about saving money, earning more, or working smarter. AI would help me create short, simple content that explains one small idea at a time. A quick tip, a checklist, a basic explanation, something that provides value in under a minute. Over time, those small pieces of content become doors that lead people into my system, turning AI into a worker. This is where most people misunderstand AI. They treat it like a search engine, a place to ask questions. I would treat it like an employee. Instead of saying, "Give me ideas," I would say, "Every day create one post that helps someone save $10." Instead of saying, "Write a description," I would say, "Write a description that makes a beginner feel confident enough to click." The difference is subtle, but powerful. One is asking for information. The other is assigning a task. Over time, I would build a small team of digital workers. One AI for writing, one for design, one for organization. Each one focused on a single role, repeating it consistently. First income stream. Digital value. The first income stream I would build is digital value. Something that can be created once and delivered forever. This could be a simple planner, a checklist, a guide, or a small toolkit that solves one specific problem. The key is not making something perfect. It's making something useful. AI would help me outline the content, write the text, and even design the layout. My role would be to shape it around a real human problem. Once it's published, every download becomes proof that the system works. Not because I worked harder that day, but because the system stayed active, building the background engine. The most powerful part of this system would not be the product. it would be the connection. An email list is not just a list of addresses. It's a quiet conversation that continues even when social media algorithms change. I would help me write simple, helpful messages, not promotions, not pressure, just useful ideas that make people feel like staying connected is worth their time. Over weeks and months, that list becomes a small community. And a community is where real long-term income begins. Adding automation layers. Once the foundation is built, the next step is layering automation. This is where passive income starts to feel real. AI can track which links people click, which topics they care about, which emails they open. Based on that, it can send different messages to different people automatically. What used to require a marketing team can now be done by a few smart rules and a well-directed system. Realistic expectations. This is not a shortcut, it's a system. The first week might feel slow, the first month might feel quiet. But what you're building is not a job, it's a machine. And machines don't explode into action. They warm up, they stabilize, they improve with small adjustments over time. The people who succeed with AI income are not the ones who move the fastest. They're the ones who stay long enough for the system to start carrying some of the weight. 30-day roadmap. Here's the simple 30-day roadmap I would follow. Week 1. Build the pipeline and publish the first piece of digital value. Week 2. Connect an email system and write 3 helpful messages. Week 3. Add automation rules and track what people respond to. Week 4. Refine what works and remove what doesn't. At the end of 30 days, you don't just have an idea, you have a working system. If I had to start from zero today, this is the path I would take. Not because it's easy, but because it's simple. It's built on systems instead of hustle, on automation instead of burnout, and on small, consistent steps instead of big, risky leaps. If you want more guides on using AI and smart systems to build income, save time, and create more freedom in your life, subscribe to this channel. Every week, I break down practical methods that everyday Americans can actually use, one system at a time.